Who should I show my poem to next? I'll do Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote it for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Humongous. Sorry. Is there something wrong? Huh? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. Oh man, this is a serious step backwards, eh? I liked your last two way better than this one. I mean, I guess I can't be mad at you for trying different things. As long as you're not trying to impress Yuri or something like that. The fuck? Gross! Okay. Like you said, I'm allowed to try new things. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyways? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. Right, Riley? Gross, sister. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club needs to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you end up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Aha! How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart beat in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Damn, I fucking butchered that. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I just wanted to try something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write about anything negative about the beach. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Well, Yuri's take on it is a little more solemn. Well, that's... Geez, she better not have said anything bad about me. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. Ugh. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being a bit of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it's good practice. Okay, you three. Right away. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. This seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I just thought she went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? Hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh, that's that curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, everything is fine. What does she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival's preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No. That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell these things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So, you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great! You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Humongous. The only one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You can always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica is going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Humongous may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, you may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Humongous to... What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys. Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Humongous to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I'm just saying though, jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Humongous, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Monica this time. Just because she said that really weird thing I'm going to see. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Yay, you picked me. Hold on a second. Yeah. Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work almost most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Humongous was the one who... That doesn't matter. You're the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let your ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know? You won't do as good a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Humongous to help one of you two. So, I guess what we'll do... You have a preference, Humongous? Yeah, we'll go with Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most helpful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you, Natsuki? I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I'm just saying. Oh. So you'll be helping Yuri out then, huh, Humongous? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the bacon by yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, exciting might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Humongous? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I meant at all. Yuri's anxious glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Humongous picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing I do for the event will compare to that. So I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden? I know. I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words trying to cheer people up. So it must be trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori, even if it didn't work perfectly. I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No! I kinda appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this. You better bet my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes? Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought it would be that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. You don't underestimate yourself, humongous. I think we'll make a very productive team. Even if you chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard. Again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. Sunday. Yuri gets smashed by Humongous at his house. Where'd my vape go? I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to come to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her, I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I'm assuming she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, humongous! I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Ah! I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how'd you know that? Sayori has already left by the time we decided to leave the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. There's no good, humongous. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come over, and you wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There is no other explanation for you to be like this. So just tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah! Aha! Ha ha! Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, humongous. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, humongous? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school each day? Because most days I can't find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just wanted to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's just only so much I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do is tell me. You don't understand at all, Humongous. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ah ha ha ha! That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club felt like a spear going through my heart. So, that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Humongous. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped us is if everything could be the way it was. But I was selfish. Finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Humongous, Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Humongous. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing into my ear. No! Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Humongous. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have it in you to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Humongous. Only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? Ah! It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to happen when I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you do that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if it would be a really very good day for me today. You understand, right? Ah! It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about it too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when no one answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Ah! I suppose that's true. I didn't think about that. For some reason, it should be more common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyways, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. Ooh. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Ah! I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. Ah! No. I would be really embarrassed if for my room to be a mess while you were here. While I do enjoy cleaning, I would have gladly helped you clean. Ah! That would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snatch Yuri's wrist, which in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Ah! I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. Let go of Yuri's wrist. She put both hands firmly on her lap, as if to make sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Ah! Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will just stop by out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great! It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Ah, intense. I guess that's the best way of putting it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows with black paper and use candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing though? Oh, this. It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils and herbs you choose, you can make the mood of the air itself. You can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to shoot out through a hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel warm, helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Do you think it'll be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several pulls of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using that paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway on each classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbon to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract people to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you're so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Ooh, ah! Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Oh, bow chicka wow wow. Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker. Oh my god, Dead Space reference. Humongous. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah! Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then, she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched onto it. The blade itself is a gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Ah, ah, well. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Ah, ha ha! You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. Well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Ha ha ha! Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It isn't, is it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy, extremely solid. Where do you get a knife? Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Humongous! Why would you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no! A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah! She stares at it, noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Whoa! I can feel her tongue curl around my finger. Ooh! Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Ah! I'm sure it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Humongous! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Ah ha ha! I knew that would have been a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Humongous. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response for that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was just a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all outside by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a curtain door. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? To create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kind of watercolor paint tablet. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a bit of water, is that okay? Is okay. If you fill up the water too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring them into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the batter. Starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. It's just like when I spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games. For simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab the unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah! Sorry. Yuri reels back and quickly lifts her hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No. I'm not hurt. You just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and cheek. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel. Then I dampen it with hot water. I return into my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. Ooh, nice. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, eh? Just a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah, I kept my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from her from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was a moment ago. Ah, Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. Her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. Remains silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Ah, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Woo! Ah! You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Ah, no, that's not it. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah! So you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we'd have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you so much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well, then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait! I kind of say that without even thinking. About today. It's fine. We don't have as much time as we wanted because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can go out somewhere. Ah, I almost forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Humongous. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Eh? Ah! Hi, Humongous. Sayori, Just now we weren't. It's okay, Humongous. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. Well, we'll be we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. All that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Humongous? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Humongous. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any pain anymore. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Humongous. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? I'm sorry. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Humongous. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I always know what's best for you? How I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Sayori. Well, technically I do love her. I love you. Huh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you truly are the most important person to me. That's why I accepted any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Humongous. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Humongous. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let me go again. I love you, Humongous. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is it? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Humongous. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Oh, okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we are even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, humongous. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It feels like a bunch of thorns. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should do something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting to tell me, not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this will be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but decide that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry. I gently roll it up and take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily though, I probably felt the same way as Natsuki before the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Humongous! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'd think that this day is important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to go wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Humongous. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell you about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but For some reason, I felt a chill go down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost a professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flip over to Sayori's page. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out, get out, get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ooh, this one's kind of scary. Oh, wait, hang on. Get out of my head before I know what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go get me a water. I'm sorry, Riley, for waking. Ugh. 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 Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Humongous? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Ah. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the room. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least. Wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday things will be the same as they have been before. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up the phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really don't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori. Oh my goodness! Holy fuck. Fucking hell, mate. An exception has occurred. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? Should I have confessed? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. Even though she told me how painful it is for others to care about her. And why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I had just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never. 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 And holy smokes. Whoa, what the hell? Ooh. Oh wait, Sayori's not there. What the heck? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know what kind of friend you'd never see yourself making? Oh man, so this is just like the beginning, huh? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. Whenever I just sigh and idle in front of the sidewalk and let her catch up to me. Ooh, what the hell? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst. Being surrounded by couples of friends, friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Wait, what? I always tell myself it's time I meet some girls or something like that. I have no motivation to join any clubs. Oh man, Sayori's just completely out of it now, huh? There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyways. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I packed my things, I stared blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any interest for me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Humongous? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiled sweetly. Do we know each other? We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me is so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've been looking for some supplies for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? Dead space. I guess you could check those closet. You're in the debate club, right? Ha ha! About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Literature club. The hell is that? Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. No, there's 4. 4 of y'all. What the heck? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's fun, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Humongous. Any chance are you still looking to join the club? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I wouldn't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. Really sweet, Humongous, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today begins the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Eh? What the hell was that? Hey, guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Humongous. All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears completely more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Humongous in the classroom and he decided to check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was going to... Well, sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Humongous? The girls have a few desks rearranged on the table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you really didn't plan on coming here, but I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I have to work hard to convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Natsuki must have really worked hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each one of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's trying to impress you. That's not true. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy great tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Humongous, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Already been through this. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is really impressive. Yuri goes on. Oh no, my battery is low. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid from the moment I walked in, but it's obvious, by the way, her eyes light up, that she finds her comfort in the books, not from people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. This isn't amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop. Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well we'll be having a conversation with the rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, it makes me think If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, and I really can't put it down, surreal horror is very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left this piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Oh, well, sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers and expose your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience as well, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club, as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree, Humongous? Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah, what's that? Now that I've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join the club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, sorry, I thought. Eh? The girls exchanged glances before Monica turned back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Humongous. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides that, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh, thank goodness, really? You really mean that, Humongous? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you just left after all this, I would have been super pissed. Humongous, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think it's time we can officially end today's meeting with a good note. Remember, everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Humongous, I look forward to seeing you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already felt the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea sink. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. With that, I depart the club room, and make my way home. The whole way, my mind's wandering back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Well, will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will come find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Heck yeah, of course. What the hell is this? What the hell is that? Ooh, I don't know. Shit. I'm trying to go all the way. Fuck. Shit. Shit. Trying to go all the way with Yuri. Hi again, Humongous. Glad to see you didn't run out on us. Don't worry. This might be a bit strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back to the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. What the hell? Thanks for keeping your promise, Humongous. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into a literature club you're not accustomed to. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan on just coming here and hanging out or what. If you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh. Down, bitch! Get behind the fucking banner. I can't even read that. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Humongous. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Shit, what the fuck did I miss? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. So anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no to either way. Looks like I'm in this club now. It only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Ooh, wait, I didn't mean it like that. No, if you really want to, then forget I said anything. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all. You know what, is that closet? Was it open the last time? I just noticed that. I'm gonna have to go back and look at those other videos. That I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like, despite me not reading that much. Yuri, thank you. I'm definitely reading this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everything's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off with some schedule activities. But that doesn't seem the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse at the cover of her book. It's like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. Think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face a little deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit, so that's the book you gave me, right? Wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There is something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. That's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. The people trapped there have this trait that turns them into a killing machine that lusts for blood. Hey man, was that even the same? But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyways, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not that thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? It made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Humongous? No, that's not it. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. So she's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that kind of story. It's the kind of story that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyways. Holy shit, what the fuck? Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? What the hell is that? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. Shit, that kind of gave me goosebumps. Ooh, well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I had this problem. Like, when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets increasingly what? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something weird, something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? What the hell? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine. If I sit here then, right? I sit in the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a bit apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. It's a reading in company with someone else. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading my book instead. Sorry. I was just feeling... What? Really? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit more, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to open the book. I guess that kind of makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. I do the same thing with my right. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after. But in holding on to it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guessed things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you're talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came to my head. Aha ha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? You've been a little fidgety since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically runs out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Humongous? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri is acting a little strange, that's all. So you don't know anything? Sorry, can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyways, why don't we start with each other's poems? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? She might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. Stand up and make a mental note where I left off on the book, then sliding it back into my bag. Humongous, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What do you expect me to believe, that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer, but maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I put the effort in. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem, of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to see it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, I'm sorry. You'll get better anyways. I'll definitely tell you what to improve on, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Yeah, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Oh, it's the same one. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school that thinks that writing has to be sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even write. Fuck, I forgot what it said. But it isn't that kind of poem to express. But isn't that the point of poems, to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired. How long have I been doing this? Holy smokes, almost 2 hours? Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.